y durante 20 minutos aproximadamente tenemos tiempo para las preguntas que quieran realizar desde el público. Aquí piden una palabra.
Buenos días, gracias por las presentaciones. Hemos oído hablar a la doctora Clopres sobre transparencia, también de empoderamiento, y desde diciembre la EMA se ha comprometido a mayor transparencia en los datos de ensayos clínicos. Y yo me pregunto si esta transparencia ha llegado a los registros. Si no he entendido mal la presentación de la doctora Xoxi, los datos de registros italianos están accesibles a la industria, a la AIFA y a los comités que ya he mencionado. Me gustaría que los ponentes, todos ellos, pudieran decirme cuál es su opinión respecto a tener estos datos de registros, los crudos, si fuesen crudos tendrían que ser disociados, pero incluso los agregados, los que, por ejemplo, AIFA tiene para las comisiones, los informes, disponibles para terceros. ¿Qué opina Ana Coplés sobre esto y el ICO? Incluso el doctor Martín y su estudio que va a empezar y que será interesantísimo, al margen de lo que ellos publiquen, si los datos crudos o los datos agregados deberían o no estar accesibles a terceros. Muchas gracias.
Yo no sé si Simona o... do you understand? Okay. Mr. Del Rey is asking about the transparency of the registries, and he wants to know your opinion and the opinion of everyone except mine. Right? Rafa?
As I told before, the registry begin after the post-marketing, so we have a mandate from our commissions, internal commission, technical, scientific one, and the next one is the price and reimbursement committee. So we collect data for more or less 2 or 3 years, collecting data to, of course, applicate the agreement, 90% of the cases. This data inside serves to the committee to analyze and to adapt the price and the reimbursement parameters. About the transparency of the data, of the raw data, the data is owned by AIFA, so are not open for all for the physician and for the pharmacist. But of course, each user, each clinician or physicians can manage the own data in a context, for example, of his structure, his centers, hospital centers, and of the same for the pharmacist. In a national context, we are working now to report all this data inside the reporting, detailed reporting, and probably using the benchmarking approach. No, so for the data collecting, for example, inside one hospital, they can compare the data inside with the medium or the benchmarking approach at the national approach. The next step after the re-evaluation of agreement or data collecting is to publish, to analyze, of course, the data and publish, discuss the data together with the pharma company. I remember that the registers exist or the agreement exists because there is a contract between AIFA and each single pharmaceutical company. This is very important. The other thing to say is that the registers are not a post-marketing study, okay, are not observational study, are a kind of mixed system of to produce evidence, and of course serves to the regulatory agency to produce information, I said before, to measure the effect of the drug, to manage the safety, etc. The new data collecting has a very performing status because thanks of the pyramidal structure, we hope to have better data and to share this kind of information together with the pharma, discuss into our commissions, internal commission, and after that to publish together this new evidence. This is of course we can speak a lot of, for example, the position of the kind of monitoring inside the new challenge in the European context. We talked about before adapting licensing, and registries are very interesting in this new approach. I told before post-marketing, post-authorization safety study and effectiveness study, and probably AIFA should be a pilot example or a pilot study, to begin probably together with European regulatory agency, pharma company, and in a context, probably Italian context. After that, I don't know, this is a European discussion, very important discussion how to manage this kind of studies that are very interesting to produce evidence. The certainty is a very big problem for us. The clinical trials are important, are necessary, but are not, we can stop our research to understand better what's happened with the value of the drug on large population, large numbers.
Thank you, Entela. Anna.
May I add only a remark? I want to say that some data from the registry, data which are not under confidentiality because they implies financial schemes and therefore cannot be published as for their financial aspects. For other kind of registry, we have published in the past, but we are now going to publish a very big analysis that we conducted with the AIFA monitoring registries for anti-diabetics, which is an example of the use of monitoring registries not more in the hospital sector, which is easier maybe to register in the hospital sector each patient and to track also efficacy or safety results. But these registries was also utilized by the general prescriptioner, by the general prescribing doctors. And it's very important to have data. Clinicians asked often to AIFA to publish this data, and now we are going to publish this analysis, which was for a monitoring period of 36 months for all the incretins therapies approved in Italy for the diabetes of type 2. And this is an example also of sharing of data. And I must say that also, although we completed our analysis in 2012, we faced many difficulties by journals, by scientific journals, because they are how can I say, they are focused on results which must be similar to observational studies, to post-marketing studies. But what registries can offer is something that is different from an observational studies, but is something which really happens in the real world. And therefore also information about safety and about efficacy are useful, and now we are going to publish this kind of analysis, but we faced this resistance by journals, by scientific magazines.
Thank you very much, Simona. Ana, brevemente, ¿estamos a favor de la
Sí,
transparencia
seré breve porque además
en
es
los
que
registros?
creo que se han identificado ya bastantes los puntos que iba a decir. Gracias por la pregunta porque creo que era punto clave. Es cierto que, y estoy de acuerdo con lo que se ha comentado anteriormente por ellas, de que al fin y al cabo estamos ante pruebas iniciales, pruebas piloto, estamos empezando la aventura, con lo cual hay miedos y hay barreras, pero son obvias y son necesarias que también existan por ser experiencias iniciales, sobre todo en España. Eso por un lado. Obviamente yo siempre digo que cuando firmamos los acuerdos y son confidenciales, esto espero que dentro de 5 años no sea así. Espero que todos hayamos llegado a una confianza suficiente para que esto no sea así, pero para ello es importante lo que ya han comentado, que diferenciemos y todos sepamos diferenciar a nivel académico, pero también a nivel regulatorio, la diferencia entre el gold estándar, que es el ensayo clínico, y los datos observacionales, y sepamos cómo manejarnos con ambos datos a la vez. Y esto no es complicado, es muy complicado, como ya han comentado ellas.
Miguel.
I won't comment on the Italian registry because it is not fair. I can comment on GCAM studies and registries, and we are fully in favor of sharing our data with everybody, academic persons or the Spanish administration, pharma companies, and everyone. We do that to share our data with everybody.
Muchas gracias. ¿Alguna pregunta más? ¿O seguimos hablando de este tema de la transparencia durante 5 minutos? A mí me gustaría... Bueno, Federico.
Gracias. Mi pregunta es en relación a la puesta en marcha del sistema en Italia y cómo lo han conseguido. Si acaso lo comento un poco en español, luego intento traducirlo con mi mal inglés. España es un país muy regionalizado, tiene 17 regiones, 17 comunidades autónomas. Italia, en este sentido, se parece bastante a España. Tenéis, ¿no?, 21, 22 regiones. Y habéis conseguido que los hospitales estén conectados con AIFA y a través de una aplicación, que es una aplicación informática relativamente sencilla, cumplimenten unos datos en la pantalla con un password, y de esta manera consigáis online información agregada que os permita no solo gestionar el sistema en cuanto a precio, en cuanto a reembolso, en cuanto a descuentos, en cuanto a pago por resultados, sino incluso tener información que va mucho más allá de esto. Esto es aparentemente sencillo, porque al final es una aplicación informática que depende de los campos que metas, pero inicialmente no hacen falta muchos campos, luego se puede complementar, y depende más, yo creo, que de la voluntad, que de que haya barreras tecnológicas, que son pocas en estos momentos, ni barreras legales, que creo que tampoco existen. Entonces les voy a preguntar algo que quizá es un poco político, pero es que para España sería interesante. ¿Cómo habéis conseguido armar este acuerdo entre AIFA y las regiones? Porque en un país como España esto está siendo muy complejo. Cuando hablo de AIFA, hablo pues del Ministerio de Sanidad o del Ministerio de Sanidad con la agencia de la entidad competente. So my question is, it's very similar the situation of the healthcare system in Italy and Spain, because here we have 17 regions, so it is a very decentralized system, and the distribution of responsibilities is very similar in Spain, because we have a central government that is the main responsible for pricing and reimbursement decisions, with involvement with the participation of the regions, and the regions are the payers, so they have the budget in the region, and they have to pay for the treatments and to manage the pharmaceutical expenditure. But here it's difficult to find the way of cooperation or collaboration between the regions and the central state, to have a single system to monitor this, a single IT system to monitor this. Here we perceive that there are a lot of barriers, political or factual barriers, not technological, because the information exists. The raw information exists. The problem is how to manage this, to align this information, to standardize this information, and to manage in the appropriate way the aggregated information. How did you do? What is your experience about how it is possible? Is it possible to implement this in a complex country like Spain or Italy? Because your example could be very interesting for us.
I will try to give an answer, and then I will integrate with an answer by Entela. Yes, it was. I think that Italy and Spain are similar on this context. But what happened in Italy is that the central level is responsible for pricing, reimbursement, approval, and evaluation of new therapies. But what happens is that then 21 regions have the possibility to reevaluate our already done decisions and admit to reimbursement the therapies, not only at a regional level, but also at an hospital level, with their positive list for reimbursement. And this causes, obviously, differences in Italy for access to new therapies for patients. So if you live in Lombardy, you will have all new therapies available for a kind of oncological disease, but if you live maybe in Sicily, this is not. And so with the registries, with the managed entry scheme, we observed that regions are more confident on the AIFA decision, because there is a monitoring system, because there is, if applicable, a financial agreement which give possibility to each region, to each hospital to save money and to use in an appropriate way resources available. And therefore, the big effort was in this today, each day, and Entela told you how much, is to create, to provide to each region, to each hospital, an instrument to be used easily, to be used in an equal way in all regions, and therefore the effort was more to create this instrument, and then also to collaborate with the regions and to see each hospital to have a correct use. But for products which are under a monitoring registries or under financial agreements, we observe a reimbursement almost in all Italian regions.
I can add just one thing, that we began this way of monitoring and the application of the agreement, economic agreement, at 2005. Trastuzumab was very emblematic for us. It was a sort of trial for the agency, to put together different profiles, different the pharma, the regulatory, the physician and pharmacist, This was from the beginning. So we didn't want to do a system separated, no? Prescription in one hand and the dispensing on the other. It was very simple. Sometimes, the strategy is based on simple principles. So put together and sharing, because this is the power, I think, in this approach, national approach, And of course, as Simona said, when we have a registry, national registry, of course, you can have the same level of the confidence or from Lombardy, from Milan, or Sicily, or Rome, and it's a sort of registry now. It's a sort of unique element that unify different, and of course this is the most important. The most important for us is the patients, of course, the health of the patient. So this new version of the registries track all the follow-up of the patients from one center to other, the transferring of the patients from Rome to Milan or vice versa. It's tracking, and the first physicians can give, and I don't know how to say, but the patients to another physician that accept, automatically inside the same unique web-based form. I think that the technology is very important, to collect data. It's very easy to do this. It's difficult to design better web-based system that functions well, that works well. I'm a little designer about this because I know I work together with the IT persons, and it's very important to transfer the requirement, clinical requirement, pharmacological, clinical, regulatory requirement to the IT part. And this is the success, I think, sharing work and create simple web-based system to collect data in the best way. We are working, of course, to improve this work. We don't finish this this approach. So I think for the next time we will speak about new challenges from the agency, Italian agency.
Bueno, yo voy a decir una cosa porque no me resisto. No es cierto que aquí, es de verdad que se parece, pero no es cierto que aquí no haya experiencias de colaboración. BIFAP, para que todo el mundo lo sepa, es un registro de pacientes que acumula los registros de 2 millones de pacientes en toda España provenientes de varias comunidades autónomas. Está gestionado, funciona y funciona para todo esto. Es decir, sí que hay la posibilidad de ponernos de acuerdo. Luego, técnicamente es posible, pero es que ya nos ponemos de acuerdo en muchas otras cosas. No es cierto que eso sea un obstáculo para tirar para adelante. Sí que es verdad lo que ha hecho Entela, que hace falta, digamos, dotar a ese sistema de utilidad para todo el mundo que lo hace. Lo que no puede funcionar es de una manera parcial. Bueno, yo creo que nos hemos pasado 5 minutos de tiempo, pero bueno, no está mal. Agradezco muchísimo a los ponentes esta vuelta de 360 grados que han dado sobre el tema de los registros y recojo el guante, la parte que me toca, de que efectivamente es una asignatura pendiente que nos toca por desarrollar, pues, probablemente en un modelo bastante parecido al que ha hecho AIFA para España y probablemente para toda Europa. Gracias.